Final game of a three-game set between the Orlando Sunrays and the Tampa Bay Titans. So the Orlando Sunrays hosting the Titans, they've won the first two games and they're going to look for the sweep today. The first pitch between the two teams is next. Stick around. Testing. Orlando Sunrays and Orlando Sunrays and the Tampa Bay Titans. Sit back and enjoy. Hello and welcome to Orlando Field, the Orlando Sunrays and the Tampa Bay Titans. I'm Thomas, your host. Jonathan India for the Titans, hitting almost 400 over the last three games, including the two in this series. See how that goes for Tampa Bay. 63 at-bats for Jonathan India so far. His last 16 games, 6 runs, 2 homers, 2 RBI, 397. And over 1,000 OPS. First pitch, Titans Sunrays is next. Stick around. Taking the mound for the Orlando Sunrays is their ace, Zach Wheeler. He's came in 5 times this year. He's got a 4.32 ERA that he's rocking. And he'll take the start for the Orlando Sunrays. So his first batter going to be the Tampa Bay Titans is Jackson Merrill. He'll lead off for the Titans. First pitch. And we're underway. Here in Orlando, the Battle of Florida. So the clock right down the middle for strike one. .300 batting average for Jackson Merrill. So the clock curve, somehow they called that one strike. And 2-2. So 36, between 36 and 37,000 seat capacity here at Orlando Field. So the clock curve, he got it off the end of his bat 0-2. One thing I know about Orlando, they haven't had Major League Baseball since 2004. And that was the Orlando Rays. Which, for all we know, they may be coming back. Heck, they might become the Orlando Sunrays. In that case, my backup name will be the Orlando Orange Sox. And there's a base hit for the Titans into center field. Jackson Merrill's got a base hit to lead off the ball game. There's Jonathan India. You know, right down the middle there on that single. Jonathan India at the plate. And an interesting history of baseball. And went to the.
That's a ball.
He's with the Royals in Major League Baseball right now. Before that, he was a Cincinnati Red. Which was kind of fun to have with the Reds, since I am a Reds fan. It was pretty fun. Speaking of the Reds, Nick Martinez pitching 9 no-hit innings. He was that close to a no-hitter yesterday.
2 balls, no
I was watching the second half. It was a really fun experience. I was listening to it on the radio. Fantastic. Fouled off 2-0. 2-1. So, I mean, like every Yeah, he did eventually with nobody out in the ninth. Nice sweeper, swing and a miss. What he did, and he did give a double that was off the wall and with nobody out in the ninth. So that did it. But man, it was a good game, man. Spencer Steer was 3 for 4 with 3 home runs. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. So a full count pitch. The base went towards third. Long throw and got him. 1 down. Yep, jump the run towards third, then the jump and the throw. Xavier Edwards to the play for Tampa. Tried to bunt, but a sweeper over top of the zone. So I can imagine it's going to become. If both these teams are good, this will be a very heated rivalry.
1-1.
Very heated. It's going to be filled with. I want to see probably the Titans. They already feel like a little brother. They're just not winning. There's a fly ball down the left field line, and it's 1-2. Titans, they have probably one of the best cap logos in the National Baseball League, in my opinion. The T that also makes a sword. So, good. Yeah, Orlando has not had a baseball in any form since 2004. It's been, and there's a base hit running around third. Is he gonna go for home? Yes, he will, and the throw will be not in time. Jackson Merrill scores, and the Titans take a 1-0 lead. Merrill scores off that base hit. Edwards with an RBI single. Chris Newell at the plate. Tough line up to field. He's going to go after it, and he will make the running catch. 2 down. McCurry's going to try for second. He'll slide in. Safe. Really close throughout second there. So they couldn't get that third out. So Jake Horton, he's playing first base. Xavier Edwards at DH. They got Jackson Merrill. Still got Jake Horton, Logan O'Hoppe. Here is Jake Horton. 4 homers, 9 RBIs. Great start to the year. 273 batting average. Still early on in the NBL season. Been almost through a month of operation. Just short of a month. Ball 1 on a 4-seamer. He's got a piece of that one. Grab a second and then throw to the bag. And that ends the inning. So we head to the Sunrays first. 1-0 Tampa Bay. So Bob Miller taking the mound for the Tampa Bay Titans in this ball game tonight. 4 games started and 3.86 ERA. Pretty respectable numbers. We'll see how he does against this Sunray lineup. Here's Brandon Marsh to lead off the ball game. Struggling a bit, just a 211 batting average. Try and get that up.
Ball, that's up.
One thing about Brandon Marsh is he is a bit wild just by nature. I mean, you could look at him and just
that's the ball, that's down.
I mean, he literally looks like a caveman. I mean, look at him. That's not a bad thing. He seems to like it that way. Long beard, long hair. Bit wild in the dugout. Takes a strike 2 and 2. People love him for it. And a fly ball. And to shot left field. A long run. Is he going to get there? Yes, he will. There's that number 1. Matt McClain. He's coming up to the plate. They got Wilson Contreras, Ellie De La Cruz. They got a really good lineup. The Mayo, Cantillo, Jorge Soler, Ian Happy. Pretty good names. Here's Matt McClain to the plate for the Sunrays. Sunrays are not the only team in orange and black in the National Baseball League. This is a fly ball for strike 1. Just like that. No one count. But a week's time, they'll meet again in Tampa Bay for a 3-game set. So, 2 weeks in a row, these teams meeting 6 games against each other.
That missed. That's a ball.
That
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I only help a rival since I kind of did it on purpose so that they're in the same division. Accentuate rivalries with, so they hate each other more. But 1-2. Round the third and a third of the bag. There's that number 2. Just like that. The Sunrays haven't got a hit yet. There's Wilson Contreras to the plate for the Sunrays. Sunrays have really good jerseys, by the way. And Chopper towards second, long throw to first. In time to get the out, and we head to the second. Titans hold on to the 1-0 lead. We head to the second inning. Here's Logan O'Hoppe. One thing about this stadium, it does kind of feel almost like a minor league stadium, just by the way it is. And one thing that, I mean, it probably couldn't happen in the real world, but it's open. It's an open stadium. Down the line, oh, it's going to get past him for a base hit. O'Hoppe's got a leadoff single. Back-to-back leadoff singles for the Tampa Bay Titans. Yep. Right there, you got a piece of it just off the end of the bat. Here's Ezekiel Tovar. Playing on probably one of the worst teams in sports. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. You all know what I'm talking about. 207 batting average for Tovar, the shortstop. Titans not off to a great start. Orlando was sitting at 12-12. So that one's going to get behind him. He's going to take off for second. And no play from home plate. Well, pitched it. And now, he did the smart thing. And once you see that ball get away from him, dash. Make a dash for the next base. And he took off for second, not giving them time to even make a play. It's a reaction thing. That's what this is. And it's just, you gotta get good reaction, go. Reaction, go. That's again, that can result in you making that play. Because they didn't even have a throw. Really good. I'll just see it. Oh, it's away and go as quickly as possible. 2 seconds. Long fell off into the crowd, right where nobody's sitting, so you have to go like 3 rows down to get to it. Looks at second, and the pitch.
Nope, ball.
Oh, bad sweeper there, 1-2.
1-2.
Rounds 2 through 7 in the NHL draft for today.
That missed. That's a ball.
Maybe the sweepers 2-2.
2-2.
So I did watch a lot of that. I do not like the way they did it, because what they did was they did this thing like where both days where it was kind of like the NFL draft. As there is a base hit down the left field line. He's headed towards third, and he's gonna go for home, and he will score. And the Titans lead 2-0, and Tovar's got an RBI double. And Kobe Mayo, he's a bout of tightness to the forearm. Doesn't appear serious, but and they're gonna take Kobe Mayo out of the ball game. So let's see who they bring in. Nick Gonzalez will take third. So sadly, Kobe Mayo's night is done for the Sunrays. Definitely going to be checking on him. I hope to see him in the next series in Tampa Bay, because they'll cover a game of that series in about a week's time. I think I'll cover it right on July. I think that'll be the July 4th game. I think that's what I'm going to do. Gonna face that one at the top of the zone. This one going back. It's on the track. You're gonna get to it? Yes, he will. As it stays in the park. Here's our number 1. And Tovar advances to third. Beautiful night here in Orlando. Here's Junior Caminero. 171 batting average.
Ball.
94-seamer. A little bit of low angle there for ball 1. Third on Titans with 4 home runs for Junior Caminero. He needs to get that batting average. Kind of, there's like a standard you have to meet. Why is he at? I mean, that is not good. 171. Yikes. It might be like if it's like under 170. Good luck. Good luck. Yeah, you're going to AAA. Top fly. The field side. And he's under it for out number 2. 2 down. So here comes Jackson Merrill to restart the order for the Titans. Tampa Bay leading 2-0 here in the top of the second. 2 runs, 2 innings. Good start for the Titans. Which they do have a losing record. I believe it's like 10-14.
0-1.
I believe that's their record. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember the exact. I know the Sunrays are 12-12. Looking to be good. We're gonna get above 500 today. Or get above even. Sticker 0-2.
0-2.
The 0-2 from Whaler, the pitch. Down the line. Keeps Smells that back going.
One, two.
Oh, sweeper way inside 1-2. Gotta be careful. If he a little bit faster, he might not have that. Swing and a miss to the fastball. We had the Sunray second. Ezekiel Tovar with an RBI double. And the Titans lead 2-0. And here's Ellie De La Cruz for the Orlando Sunrays. Ellie De La Cruz is Ellie De La Cruz, so he is like one of the stars on this team. This team does have quite. They got Zach Whaler, they got Jackson Merrill, and they have Ellie De La Cruz. Like their big 3, if you could call it that. The big 3 stars on this team. We go to pop up towards the short, he'll back up on it. And the catch from Tovar for out number 1. to Steven Sanford for Tampa Bay. He's playing right field today for the Sunrays. Sunrays still don't have a base hit. Fastball at the top of the zone at 99. MLB prospect. He's a top prospect if you could call him that. He's the top on the Sunrays. He's 11th in all of the National Baseball League. As a count 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Forcing fastball 1-2 the count. Keeps it going. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 down. Here's the in half. On strike 1. Yeah, a bit underwhelming as far as getting on base goes. But otherwise, could get a little more RBIs, but in half, obviously, like the Chicago Cubs. The one thing with the Cubs is haven't really been good since their World Series win. Tampa towards second. 1 hop to first, and that ends the inning. And we head to the third. Titans lead 2-0 after 2. So leading off for the Titans is Jonathan India. He's the leadoff man in the third for Tampa Bay. And he'll start with a leadoff base hit. So maybe something with Zach Wheeler here. He's struggling, and that hitting streak's reached 10 games for India. Wasn't aware of his hitting streak, but he's got a 10-game hitting streak. What was? I thought I heard like the Devils crying for out loud or whatever. And there's a base hit into right center. Rid of Marsh on it, and he's gonna go to third, and there's runners on the corners for the Titans. Able to get some power into that swing to get that hit. Someone's Wheeler's off today. It just seems to be. Something's off with him today. I don't know. For the Sunrays, because he's struggling to get strikeouts. Most of what he's getting are pop outs or fly outs, maybe ground outs even. Just four-seamer fouled off by Noel 0-2. They've had a unique piece, but recent baseball history. With a foul ball. Count stays 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him on a sweeper, 1 down. It's the second K for Zach Wheeler. That's what he's getting, are pop outs or fly outs. He's getting outs in every other way. Jake Horn's at the plate. Didn't get on base his first time. It's a 12 o'clock curve, strike 1. 1 for 4. Yet in yesterday's contest for the Sunrays beat the Titans 6-1. And before that was a pretty close game in the first game of the series. And the Sunrays took that one 9-7. So, but Tampa Bay saying, not just yet. With this start. I was going to second, but it's fouled off. 1-2. I ate pizza for dinner today, which was really good pizza, although I did have a diarrhea problem after. down the line. That one's going towards the seats. Foul. Wheeler's struggling to get that second out because Horton is doing a good job getting those foul balls. Takes the pass ball down and in. 2-2. There is already a basketball team called the Tampa Bay Titans. They're a bit different. It's basketball too. It's like some stricter called, and there's 2 down for the Sunrays. Here's Logan O'Hoppy. Playing around 0-1. One thing about Orlando is it is like a minor league sports hub. It is, but they don't have baseball. I mean, right now what they have is the Orlando Dreamers. Shrine, and of course, here you got the Sunrays. But it's only an online league. You won't. If you go to Orlando, you will not see Orlando Field anywhere. There's only an MLB show, obviously. To look at the state and obvious facts at this point. The 2-2. Of course, you're off the top of the bat. The only reason the Orlando Sunrays even because there was supposed to be a team called the Baltimore Bay Sox, but I couldn't find a good logos for the Baltimore Bay Sox, and it just didn't happen. So I did this instead. Placed them with the Orlando Sunrays, and then I moved the Washington Monuments from this Southeast Division up to the Atlantic Division. So, and then Orlando, they take that spot in they take that spot in the Southeast Division where there's strike 3. Well, Happy strikes out looking, and we head to the Sunrays third. So for the Orlando Sunrays, they scored 5 runs per game in the series, 308 batting average, 1,043 OPS, 10 extra base hits, 5 homers, and 15 RBIs in this series. That's pretty solid. There's Jorge Soler. They've scored 15 runs throughout the first 2 games, and they haven't scored any. They haven't even got on base yet in this ball game. Maybe Tampa Bay learned from yesterday's, because they struggled in yesterday's game. This is a fly ball into right. Now back up to make the catch, and there is number 1. Here's Nick Gonzalez. Came in to replace Kobe Mayo today. 333 batting average for the Sunrays. So solid curveball there. Backdoor curveball. Nice fastball in 99. And right towards first, run to the back. And there's 2 down. Kyle Teal, the catcher for the Sunrays, to the plate. Orlando really hasn't. They're being no hit right now. Titans have 6 hits. Foul down the line. So it would. bouncer down the right field line for strike 2.
Ball.
I lost a bit of command on that fastball, 1-2. Towards the seats. Bobby Miller's didn't get the strikeout here. Let's see. Down towards third, throw to the bag, and that'll end the inning. So there's out number 3. Bobby Miller, 3 perfect innings, and we head to the 4th. Yeah, so 15 runs scored for the Sunrays throughout the first 2 games. They won the first one 9-7, and then won yesterday 6-1. They're looking to sweep the series, but they're already trailing 2-0, and they haven't got a base hit yet. Zach Wheeler's still on the mound. Let's see how this one turns out.
Ball, that's outside.
Yeah, 4 runs in the last 7 games for Tobar. Solid numbers.
That's a ball. Ball.
Would like to see a Battle of Florida that's actually competitive, like unlike the actual MLB, because the Marlins are always bad, always bad. The last time they haven't been good for a long time, and they do have a bit of a fan crisis. Counts 3-2 to Tovar. And that one's down the right field line for a base hit. That one's going to skitter all the way towards the blue wall. And a leadoff double for Tovar. I believe they've got a leadoff in at least 3 innings. Down the right field line. That thing just kept bouncing, going. Good luck. Tampa had a good throw to second to keep him at second. So Matt Allen coming to the play for Tampa Bay. 7th hit for the Titans by the leadoff man, who is aboard for second right now. Ezekiel Tovar. I believe they've got a double, maybe in all 4, at least 3 of 4 innings.
Ball, that's high.
And ball 1 deep for the count. Cook and Alcala warming up in the Orlando Sunray bullpen. Thing is, you don't really see that in Major League Baseball at all. The 1-1. Got that. Pitch off the end of the bat. It was moving really fast across the plate. Really, it was hard for me to keep track of the baseball because how far.
That's a ball. Outside.
Same thing with that fastball, and that's outside. 2-2. Yeah, it's gonna be fouled off into the corner, and it counts 2-2. I just had an idea. You know what I can do is I can kind of come up with a minor league system that's not actually in the game and just make it up. I think I might actually do that, just for names, so I don't get it. That just gave me an idea. Then I want to give me a little more to talk about, because I don't want to say when it came up from the Louisville Bats. I don't want to say that because I want made up minor league. So I gotta come up with AAA and AA minor league team names. Sinker, struck out. And there's one down. Finally, 5th K for Wheeler. He's getting strikeouts, but very slowly. Here's Junior Caminero. It was really dark and dusky outside, like almost like a storm, just about a couple hours ago. Now it's really sunny. It's kind of beautiful, although, yeah, if I look out my window and turn my head just enough, there's a big fat sun there. Sunrays, there you go. There's a good connection. Swing and a miss, 0-2.
0-2.
Excited Sunray crowd here. On a Saturday night. Usually I do early Saturday games, but I wanted to watch the draft, so scheduled it for a regular time. And the 0-2. And right. Perfect hit. And allow him to go to third. And he'll stay there. And he's still able to get the out and 2 down. Caminero is retired. Perfect hit. Good job at second base to block the hit. And then the throw. Just enough time for Matt McClain. Sean McClain to get that throw over. Wasn't 2 down, but there is a runner 90 feet away from home plate. That's Tovar, I believe. Strike one called to Jackson Merrill. Looks like he's played in the mud a bit. Like when you're a little kid and you roll around with the pigs. Which I don't think kids actually do. I don't think it. I've only heard of that in like jokes and stuff. I don't know. As a kid, maybe Amish kids do that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if anybody's actually like rolled around like in dirt land with playing with pigs or the cows or whatever. I'm not a farm boy, so I don't know. I don't want to ever be a farm boy. I'm glad I'm not. I much prefer this type of stuff. 2 that's in there, and the throw to third keeps Tovar from trying to come home. These have been some long Titans innings that they just don't strike out.
That's a ball.
Another ball in the dirt, back to back. Tovar stays on third. He's already at 80 pitches. I give you like 40 or 50. Why was the catcher's helmet floating in the air? San Diego studio fixed your game.
Count's full.
And the count's full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sunrays haven't. Zach Wheeler's been struggling here.
That's ball 4. Take your base.
Ball 4, and he'll walk Jackson Merrill. Wondering how much longer he's got today on the mound. He just cannot end the inning. 2 on for the Titans. So right between the first base coach and the first base umpire. Strike 1. And he was 1 for 2 today for the Titans. I believe he was one of the leadoff hitters in one of the innings. I don't remember exactly. Well, in a minute, 0-2. I don't exactly remember who was who. But I know at least 3 or 4 innings the Titans have got a leadoff base hit. Go to the Indio. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out in a sweeper, and finally we end with the Sunrays 4. And here comes Brandon Marsh for the Orlando Sunrays. So he didn't get a hit his first at bat. Swung and a miss on that 2-seam fastball. May have thought it was a 4-seamer. I don't know. I mean, you never know what the player thinks unless they actually tell you. This isn't actually real baseball. Pretty close to real baseball. Feels like real baseball, just not. You're hearing my voice over it. And the 1-2.
2-2.
Slider inside, 2-2 the count. Archer's like staring down Bobby Miller. I mean, he is intense. He look like an intense. Like it's hard to explain because I get staring at the picture, but he has this intense gaze, like just staring.
Full count.
It's hard to explain. He usually looks like that all. Maybe it's his nose. Maybe it's his beard. I don't know. Maybe it's his. I don't know. The pop fly into shallow left field. He's a run to make the catch. And Matt barely makes the catch 2 down. Here's Matt McClain. I'm gonna call him Sean McClain. Matt McClain.
That's the ball.
Curveball for ball 1.
1 ball, no strikes. No, ball.
Ball 1, lower inside corner. First time Miller's really struggled here in this ball game. Just a bit. He's only at 40 pitches. Meanwhile, Zach Wheeler's above 80. The 3-1. 3-2 the count.
Got a full count. Nope, that's ball 4.
And he's gonna walk Matt McClain. So that breaks up the perfect game. No hitter still intact though. Here's Wilson Contreras for the Orlando Sunrays. I'm gonna come up with like a code name for every single team, every single minor league team between AAA and AA, so that I can use their names. Heck, maybe even a fake logo. I might even. Please, San Diego Studios and minor league team customization. Please add it. I don't know how much I gotta beg the San Diego Studios before they do that. Then we can go in there and just change the name and give them cool logos. Heck, even play with their jerseys a bit. Why not? Fly ball to center field, he'll back up. And there's the throw. 2 down. Brazil de la Cruz. He popped out his first at bat. 1%. I don't really understand that stat. It said RBI 1-7. It was almost like 1 for. I don't understand that stat. That's weird. It was an all-star last year for the Reds. And for Spears, there's a base hit into left field. And he's got himself a single, and there's 2 on. And that breaks up the no-hitter. So now the Sunrays making some noise. And there's strike 1. But no, I know yesterday they were not. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. They were 2 no-hitter, 2 one-hit games. It was the Cincinnati Stingers. Not only they shut out the Monuments 3-0. Monuments 1 hit the entire game. This could be that. We don't know. Probably won't all be Bobby Miller though. I just know how this game works. Runner and the throw to first. We'll retire the side, and we head to the 5th. So Connor Cook coming in for the Orlando Sunrays. He's came in 12 times this year already. Understandably, 4.15 ERA, because Zach Wheeler, He just had a bad day. Here's Xavier Edwards, the DH that play, top of the fifth, so just officially halfway through this ball game. Here on Saturday night.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Saturday night primetime baseball. Orlando Sunrays and the Tampa Bay Titans in the National Baseball League. And that one's in the left center field for a base hit right through the gap. For another leadoff single. I think I'm gonna check after this. Have they got a leadoff base hit every single inning? It feels like they have. It's 0-1 to Chris Newell. A throwback to first. He's called safe.
Nope, ball.
And he can't get the call on that fastball just above the bell. Chris Newell at the plate. With a 1-1 count. Well, I missed a change up, but it's 1-2.
1-2 the count.
I did practice driving again, so that's always good. We practiced this morning, not too long because I'm in parking lot. It's out off to the left side.
Nope, ball.
Noel can't.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Smart to take that pitch. Because sometimes it can be hard to tell how much that ball is, the slope of that ball is going to go. I'm just use the word slope. I'm not going to do math for you, but that's what it is. That's what it is. Slope. The slope of that fastball. It's hard to gauge, like predict the slope. So 3-2. Got that one off the top of the zone, and the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And he walked in, ball 4. 2-1 for the Titans and nobody out. Jake Horton coming to the plate for Tampa Bay. It's going to be a really interesting series next week in Tampa. I'm kind of excited for it. The Titans, because they also have an open stadium. Almost very similar to the Rays, but
No, that missed.
take what the Rays play now. Make it 35,000 seats. That's the stadium the Titans play in, essentially. Because the Rays are now in this Steinbrenner Field, home of the New York Yankees. Spring training home.
1-1.
Usually I'm just looking for just that. But right now it's hosting the Tampa Bay Rays for the rest of this season, at the very least. 1-2 count to Jake Horton. And the pitch. Fouled off. Gonna say it's 1-2. Still nobody out for the Titans. Well, nobody out for the Sunrays. We can't get anybody out for Tampa Bay.
2-2.
So Titans threatening here in the 5th. Sunrays relying on Connor Cook here. Fly ball in to center field. He's going to run under it, and he'll stop to make the catch, and it's long through the third to get the third baseman. It's Logan O'Hoppe. I already forget his name. I already forget the name. Who did they bring in? I forgot. I'm thinking Gallows. That's not right. Yeah, I'm gonna screw up that. Wait, it won't let me. I just can't do that. And the count's 1-1. Titans have a really nice color scheme. The black of the gray, I do like it. I will admit that. Counts 1-2. The Sunrays home and away. They are they have a fantastic jersey combo.
That's the ball.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was bad. That was just a bad call. That was bad. That was horrid. Because that was very obviously a strike. That was a... We got the strike call there on a fastball down the middle, 2 down. Boy, that might have been the worst call I think I've ever seen, because he shouldn't have had to throw that fastball to get the strikeout. He should have already had it. But he got him with that fastball. No real impact on the game, but my gosh, that was the worst one I've seen this season. Here's Ezekiel Tovar. Perfect. 2 for 2 today. 2 doubles and an RBI single. RBI double, actually, for Tovar. And part of the reason the Titans have a two-run lead here in the 5th. Stretch a bit.
1-1.
When that ball gets away, runners stay on base.
Ball.
Tough car curve, but it's ball 1. Fly ball. Right field, 2 runners going on it. And McLean to make the catch, and we head to the bottom of the 5th. Connor Cook strands 2 runners for the Titans. And the Titans' lead remains 2-0. We take a look some news around the league. Anthony Wilby breaks out of a 2-30 slumber to performance versus the Expos. Nolan Gorman goes 5 in a win versus the Huskies. Josh Richards fires 7 innings of a 2-hit ball and a loss versus the New York Sailors. Nolan Gorman 5 for 5. How about that? A fly ball to start the inning. Out to center field. This one track. Whoa! Good eye, home run. Ian Happ with a solo bomb to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Sunrays are on the board. And they cut the lead in half 2-1. Took a bit of time, but finally this Orlando offense is clicking now. So I don't know, just kept going. Merrill back. On the track, he jumps. I thought it was gone for a second, but just from the way it looked, you know, then I saw it over on the fence, and realized, oh, it's gone. And there is Jorge Soler. So Sunrays on the board. They've cut the lead in half here, 2-1. With that leadoff home run to center. And that one, long throw from Tovar. It is not in time. Good throw from Tovar. Almost made it, but not enough. Good job by Soler. Just keep on going, just in time. Keep the throw. There's Nick Gonzalez. There we go, Nick Gonzalez. He's the replacement. I was thinking Gallows. I don't know where I got... I'm thinking Joey Gallows. Well, where would I get the name Gallows from? That was just weird. I couldn't remember his name. He's the third baseman. He came in since Kobe Mayo's out for the Sunrays. In the first game to cover for the Orlando Sunrays, he made an incredible catch. Fly ball to left. This one not deep. And there's catcher on number 1. The throw. Keeps the runner on first. Here's Kyle Teal. Sunrays trailing 2-1 still. Swung under that circle. Change it up 0-1. Four-seamer right upstairs, 101. Backdoor curveball got him there, 1-2. It was more of a vertical movement than a horizontal movement on that pitch. It's an observation of mine.
2-2.
2-2 on the circle changeup. He's got a blue glove. Oh, that one's a dirt. Oh, he's going to take off for second, and the throw will be late. No, the throw will not be late. It'll be safe. The base runner is late. So caught stealing a second. Jorge Soler. He's out. 2 down. Small mistake for my commentating. Oh, fine. Look at the stands. 3-2. Bobby Miller looking to get out of this. This believes was still a solid inning of work. Giving up 5 straight innings, 3 perfect innings, and then just a solo homer for me and Hap. High pop-up. Just in front of home plate. And the catch. And we had 6. So the solo blast by Ian Happ. And the Sunrays are on the board. There's Matt Bierling coming to the plate. Fly line to left on the first pitch. And the catch. Number 1. Here's Junior Caminero coming up. He has a pop out his first time, and then he grounded out his second at bat for the Tampa Bay Titans.
Nope. Ball.
Takes that one inside on that fastball. Junior Caminero never left Tampa Bay. Rays, then the Titans.
Down. Ball.
Change of bets down there. 2-1. Merriweather and Nakala warming up in the Sunray bullpen. Connor Cook's on the mound still. Just shy of 30 pitches.
Ha!
2-1. Somebody said, "This is our house, baby." What is that? That's a sound I've never heard. Got a piece of it a bit late. 2-2. Somehow I was able to get a piece of that 12 o'clock curve on that swing. As it went away from Caminero's body. It was in that like lower outside corner range. Still able to get that swing on it. Four-seamer struck him out, 2 down. So Jackson Merrill to the plate.
Ball.
Four-seamer. I'm gonna pull some stuff out of it. I got my baseball book open here. I'll just see what we flip through it while this game goes on, just to see if there's something interesting I want to talk about.
Ball.
There's a ball outside. Got a piece of that one. Oh, here's something. Pete Rose, he did leave the Reds before getting kicked out of the
count.
He left the MLB because, you know, he's got betting on baseball. So betting on it, yeah, and yeah, of course they're gonna have a problem when you bet on teams in your own. If you play in the baseball, and he got him, and we added to the bottom of the sixth. Zach Wheeler and Bobby Miller. Take a look at their starts. 5 innings pitched. 1 run given up. 2 runs from Zach Wheeler. 6 strikeouts from Zach Wheeler. Just 1 from Bobby Miller. Because he got most of his outs there, like pop outs and stuff. Pop ups, fly outs, stuff like that.
Ball. 1 ball, no strikes.
Swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
We're gonna fly ball. This one going back. It's toward the track. Hey, that one's gonna bounce off the wall. And that'll be a double. Hit off double for Brandon Marsh. He's 6th on the year. I thought that thing was gone. And then it died towards the track there and bounced off the top of the wall. Hit off double from Brandon Marsh. And yeah, this Orlando team's, they had a slow start, but now they're getting going. One fouled off into the corner. Well, into the stands, the outfield line towards the corner, I should say. He did have a walk today already. But he's only, like, I'd rather either a walk, a home run, walk, strikeout, or in play. So I'm going to miss 0-2.
0-2.
So, out of all that, he's 0 for 1. Matt McClain, the Cincinnati Red, along with La Cruz. Chopper towards short. Dovar's throw to first. Got him. Now number 1. That one's fouled off, so still got some stuff about Pete Rose. Apparently, his plaque at the time, they removed it from Cooperstown when he was banished. And then the one fouled off. Just to pull out some interesting stuff from here. There we go.
Ball.
And there's ball 1.
1-2.
And Commissioner around. Yes, there's a grounder towards third. Long throw to first is in time. Get to Holton for number 2. Here's La Cruz. So he's 1 for 2 today, and he got a single. See what else they're gonna do for the Sunrays. Ultra 1-1 the count. Now that I look at it, they do kind of look like. They do look a bit like the Orioles. With that color scheme, that black and orange. They do look like the Orioles a bit. I mean, there's obvious differences. It's almost like a blend of the Orioles and the Rockies. The Rockies jersey with the Orioles colors. That's what it looks like to me. It's in the corner, 1 and 2. Not enough teams in baseball have pinstripes. I want to see more teams with pinstripes. Not that ridiculous. And Dale Cruz strikes out swinging. And we head to the 6th. Jorge Alcala coming in for the Orlando Sunrays.
That missed.
Oh,
That's the
sorry.
ball.
Mistake.
1-0.
Almost hit him. Ball 2.
That's a ball.
And there's ball 3. A few days ago, Juan Soto, he had 2 home runs in a ball game against the Braves, which the Mets won 7-3. 3-1 the count, and his Colorado doesn't walk India yet. We'll see if it does. There's a high fly ball. Now towards left field. This one carrying. This one going. Track wall. Goodbye. Home run. Solo bomb from Jonathan India. And the Tampa Bay Titans extend their lead to 2. It's 3-1 for Tampa Bay here in Orlando. And that should give them a bit of a cushion. Really good hit by Jonathan India there. As we go back to the play. So you fastball right down the middle there, 98 miles an hour. That's a perfect hit. Yeah, he was right. That's what he was planning for. You can just tell. He looks so ready for that. It's off the perfect end of his bend. Look at the weather as the wind carried it just up and over that blue wall. Titans lead 3-1.
Ball.
We're seeing called strike 1. Apparently the theme park's closing according to Google. Two, 2-1 pitch. Four-seamer top of the zone, 2-2. Bit of a random story here. Four-seamer fouled off. Six Flags California's Great American Park has been a staple in Northern California since the 70s. And apparently this place is shutting down. Some audio glitches. So I'll read more. Originally it was opened with the Marriott Corporation. Marriott's created in 1976 and has been there ever since. And right towards De La Cruz, at number 1, just like that. I know I don't want to be a news bearer during baseball, but I need some stuff. This is interesting, so I'm going to keep talking about it. So originally it opened with the Marriott Corporation as Marriott's greatest American in 1976 and has been there ever since. At the end of the road could be coming for Six Flags Great America. The company announced in May that it would be closed. That one's fouled off. 0-2. The company announced that in May it would be closing in Spelling, Maryland location in November of this year. Now Six Flags California, the Great America Park is likely to close in 2027. Per a statement from the Chief Financial Officer Brian Witherill, critical some fire of people. And I don't want to read any more of that because again I don't want to just be me reading. I don't want to just straight up read an article. But yeah, it's their lease. Swing and a miss, and he got Chris Newell. 2 down. First K for Jorge Alcala. 2 Jorges on the same team. There's Jorge Soler and Jorge Alcala. One's a position player, one's a relief pitcher. Here's Jay Corton. I might have called him Holton, because there's also a Holton in the league. Maybe that's the pitcher. I think it is. Okay, breeding on. Like, so it's a lace. Yeah, unless they get an extension after 2027, Slide FL, they're probably gonna close. What was it called? I've never heard of this. I don't live in the Six Flags California Great America Park. Bit of a long mouthful name, but it probably is a nice park. Like a water park, probably. I think. Yeah, it's like a water park, and so, actually, there's more to it, but the main photo that they show me features what looks like a water park with slides and stuff. And there's multiple locations. The Santa Clara location is going to end in 2028. As of now, they're not. It sounds like they won't extend the lease, and that one's going to close down as well. So, multiple locations of this chain of theme parks are closing. Six Flags, they have another location in Vallejo, California. There's now. Yeah, it's going to shut down after next season. Yeah, so they're all shutting down at once. Grounder towards second, throw to the bag, and that will end the inning. And we head to the Sunrays 7. Jonathan India with a solo bomb. And it's 3-1 Tampa Bay. So Luke Little coming in for the Tampa Bay Titans. He's came in 8 times this year. And he's pitched 9 innings for a 4 ERA, 4.0. So Willis Killing will face Steven Sanford to lay off the 7th. And some more news. JT Realmuto announced his plans on a retirement decision, so I'm gonna read on. So, the 1-out pitch from Sanford fouled off. So Realmuto is 34 years old and will be a free agent into this year. And they're looking at the foul ball, 1-2. So he says he won't. Oh, so yeah, he's not going to be quitting. Good for Phillies fans. Swing and a miss. Sanford goes down swinging, and there's out number 1 from Luke Little, his first strikeout. So JT Realmuto will continue to play long as he can. Good on him. So he's not going.
No strikes.
Sounds like he's not going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
1-1. Okay, yeah, he's approaching free agency, and he wants to see where he goes. So they don't know if he's staying in Philadelphia or not. So 2 warming up in the Titans bullpen. Splitter 2-2 the count. There's the Orlando manager. 2-2 the count. To Ian Happ and the pitch. He has scored the only run for the Sunrays today with a solo homer in the center field. That one fouled off. And the count's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ian Happ. And then the foul. And, yep, something else crazy happened. Shohei Ohtani pulls off historically done in 1954 by Willie Mays. What did he do? I mean, I'm just, because this shows up, I might as well read it. It is baseball. Leadoff hitter. He broke the record for home runs by a leadoff hitter over the first 80 games of a season on Tuesday. It's oddly specific. Fly ball into left field. Is he gonna be able to right field? And he gets to it. Good run from Jackson Merrill. 2 down. Here's Jorge Soler. 1 for 2 with a single. And also Spurs surpasses Brady Anderson's mark of 26 set in 1996. So, like you said, that record, here's the Willie Mays record. He became the first player in 71 years to have 28 home runs and 6 triples throughout the first 80 games of the season. Last player to do that was Willie Mays back in 1954. So there's some good, cool baseball stuff. Which I do remember watching that video on Willie Mays the catch, which there's no stadium that would even be possible. And this swing and a miss. Soler goes down swinging. We head to the 8th. So, Julian Merriweather taking the mound for the Sunrays. He's came in just 3 times this year. And he'll face Logan Hobby. There isn't really much stats on him. Counts 1-0.
That's a ball.
So 6. Swing and a miss, 2-1 to a Logan O'Hoppy. Matt Olson, consecutive game reached 700. How about that for Matt Olson?
Oh, that's low. That's a ball.
Carolyn Jung-Hoo Lee is on a slump, so. Some baseball news. There's a foul ball down the left field line. I think I might start incorporating some baseball news into some of these broadcasts, so I don't just I don't know what to gives me something to talk about. Ground towards De La Cruz in the third of first. There's the first out of the 8th for the Sunrays. Here's Ezekiel Tovar. Coming up, Sunrays still trailing 3-1. They need Merriweather to keep the deficit as is. They're going to try and rally back in the end.
That missed. That's a ball.
That's probably their assumed plan here. Rally back in the 8th. With help of Merriweather shutting down the Titans. We'll see what happens though.
Ball.
2-0 count to Tovar. Not exactly a full stadium. Swing and a miss. 2-1. I feel like this is not. That's not. I feel like it's played so before right now. If this were all real. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. 2 strikes to count. Sunrays trailing 3-1. Swing and a fastball on a fastball to the top of the upper outside corner. 2 down for Merriweather. He's had a really good inning for the Sunrays. Here's the left fielder Matt Vierling, who hasn't got a hit today at all. He's 0 for 3. 8th in the batting order.
That's in ball.
And Slider tried to go back door there. Couldn't get it on the plate. We're seeing fouled off 1-1. I do have a baseball book here. There's some good stuff in there that I might read whenever I have time. And they go to the umpire. They call it a ball 2-1. four-seamer, 3-1. Catcher and the pitcher, they're sort of like a team. It's not they have to. They do have to like talk to each other and stuff about pitches. And the count's 3-2. Because the goal is to get the baseball to the catcher. And the batter is not allowed, is not supposed to hit it.
That's ball 4. Runner, take your base.
And there's ball 4, and Beerling will walk.
The third baseman, number 13, Junior Caminero.
There's Junior Caminero coming to the plate for the Titans.
Hee-haw!
And there's strike 1.
0-1.
So I think I got a piece of that one, but it's foul, 0-2. Well, that was a long reach for that ball. Got him with a fastball at the top of the zone. There we head to the bottom of the 8th. Sunrays trailing 3-1 going into the 8th inning. Can they come back? We'll see. Josh Stelmach taking them out for the Titans here in the 8th inning for Tampa Bay. And they're putting their best reliever out there. Ridiculous ERA, under 1. 9 games starting. Yeah, this is not. It's gonna make it a bit tougher for the Sunrays. And they'll lead off with Nick Gonzalez. Statistically, it's not looking good for the Sunrays right now. Nice four-seamer on the inside edge. Diaz and Lane are warming up in the bullpen. Edwin Diaz. Hey, we might see Edwin Diaz. That'd be kind of cool. Coming in the 9th. Bum 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 bum. You know what I'm talking about.
2-1.
Although he won't do that since it's an away game. I don't even know if it's still an MLB show. I just know it was. For ball 2-2. Okay, enough of that. I'm not gonna keep doing that because that probably is annoying.
Ball 4, take your base.
Ball 4, and he's gonna walk Nick Gonzalez. A leadoff walk. Start the game. Here's Calmon. Here's Kyle Teal, the catcher for the Sunrays. Get a piece of it down the line. It's into the corner. And the fake crowd thing again. Oh my god. How about why can't it be like a real crowd? Swing and a miss, 0-2.
0-2.
Down on 6. We're both fouled off. Tying run is at the plate. Represented in Kyle Teal.
Ball.
Takes that ball, 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
One, two, Teal. Swing and a miss, and he struck out throw to second. Not in time. Still on base. On a wild pitch. Brandon March coming to the plate. Gonzalez took second on that wild pitch. Here's Brandon March. Oh, that got him on that four-seamer.
1 strike.
Only one. 0-2.
1 and 2.
Oh, that ball's in the dirt. He's gonna try for third. And now the ball stays on second. Almost hit him. 2 and 2. Why is the crowd like it's like it fluctuates throughout the game? It's one because it should start with a certain amount and then the crowd can only shrink. Like, if you don't let people in, it'll be a blooper. Oh, nice running catch. 2 down in the throw. Keeps Gonzalez at second. Matt McClain coming to the plate for the Sunrays. 2 down.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Ball 1.
1-0.
Sunrays trying to get something out of this inning. Just bring a run home. They need that run. 2-0 count to McClain. Takes that 4-seamer, strike 1 right down the middle. Stretching.
Ball.
4-seamer, 3-1. Swung and a miss, 3 and 2.
Full count.
Now he's pulled up to Matt McClain. Still might go try and get out of it. Got that 4-seamer. The ball's 13 strikes, 23 pitches in total. This inning for Stalmont. It's only inning so far. That bounced back off the catcher's mask. He wasn't even phased. Presumably the show. Why should I be surprised? No details like that would make the game better. Swing and a miss, and he struck out Matt McClain. And we head to the 9th. Thrown in is Robert Garcia to prevent the Titans from gaining insurance runs. This game at 13 times this year. 2.25 ERA, so that is some fantastic numbers. 90.6% strikeout rate, 3.1 against righties, 263 against lefties. And he's going to be facing Jackson Merrill, the center fielder. So, and try and give the Sunrays a chance to walk it off. Like, the setup's perfect, they just need to make it happen.
No, that's up.
Counts 1-1 to Merrill. Any other good juicy news stories? Yeah, Jung. Oh yeah, Shohei Ohtani's pitching again, so there is that. 4-seamer, 2 and 2 to Jackson Merrill. I'm just gonna. There's a bunch of like political news, but I'm gonna stay out of that for obvious reasons. Cold strike 3. Merrill goes down swinging, 1 down. Jonathan India in the play. And there's a fly ball. This one carrying, not deep enough. Ian Haps under to make the catch, 2 down. And India's retired. Apparently, so here's Xavier Edwards, 2 down. So apparently Jonathan Mayers, the founder of the Bonnaroo Music Festival, has died at 51. nice running play. We head into the bottom of the ninth. Sunrays with a chance to walk it off. There's Edwin Diaz going to come in, so we will see some Edwin Diaz. 7 games he came in this year, 8.2 innings pitched, and he has a 2-0 record so far, looking to go for 3 in a row. We'll see what he can do for the Titans today. Is Wilson Contreras. It looks really weird to see Diaz in anything that's not the New York Mets. I'm not... Rounder toward Tovar, throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out. And here comes a bit of a challenge. Ellie De La Cruz. Although, doesn't exactly have the highest batting average, but he's still got the home run totals and the RBIs. 4 homers, 9 RBIs so far this year. It's that 2-seamer 0-1. And I bet if they can get De La Cruz, they win this game. So 1-1. Got him 1 and 2. Good tension here. Swing, gonna miss him the slider, and he got him. And the Sunrays down to their final out. Here's Steven Sanford, final thing in final batter in Diaz's way. He's looking to finish the job. And down the line for a base hit. This one will skitter all the way to the wall. Sanford's got a 2-out double. And the game continues. Tying run to the plate for the Orlando Sunrays, 2 down. There's the in-app, the tying run to the plate.
No, ball.
3 strikes. And Titans will be able to salvage this game.
Foul.
And fouled off. Down the third base line. There looks it back at second. The 1-1 pitch. We're gonna fly ball towards left field. He's carrying. This one going, and how far is it gonna go? Not enough, and the Titans win. Tampa Bay Titans take 1 of 3. They take the final of this 3-game series against the rival, the Orlando Sunrays, in the Battle of Florida. And they'll meet again 1 week from. They'll meet again on July 4th. Sunrays Titans, final score. Titans win 3-1. Bob Miller the win. Zach Wood the loss. Edwin Diaz the save. Sunrays still win the series 2-1. However, that's it. Titans take final game of a 3-game series in Orlando, in the Battle of Florida, against the Orlando Sunrays, and they'll meet again next week. Goodbye, see you later.